it's Chris, and this is PMFM. Let's start today just by looking at some stuff I recorded for my last video but didn't make the cut. It's my first video in a while recording outside. It's definitely one of the more public videos I've ever made. I have to admit, I haven't actually watched the video that I'm supposed to be responding to right now. It's really the first video that I've watched and gotten a lot of anxiety over just right away, because it was about spending goals or savings goals. Yeah, I talked about wanting to save up to get glasses, specifically to get an eye exam. I'm now scheduled for an eye exam, but it's been a year since then, and it had already been too long. I went up to Seattle to go to a Warby Parker physical location. I made a video about it then to guilt myself into getting an eye exam. Didn't get it done, but I've now got the appointment, so I'm inching my way there. I think I'll talk more about this next video. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I have watched the video now, and it's a little bit ridiculous. I thought that I was gonna need to save up a couple $100 for an eye exam. I'm really pretty mad at myself now for a couple of reasons. First of all, it was not gonna cost that. It probably would have been free then. I'm now gonna have to pay a bit of money, but the thing is, I did a little bit of Googling and I found out how much it was gonna cost approximately. I still need to actually call the place. My appointment's in a couple weeks. It's in a while. They've called me and left a voicemail to say that I need to call them and talk about insurance, so I'm going to. But I'm doing the same thing that I did back then, which is procrastinate. And this is really what I want to talk about, which is that I am not somebody who procrastinates when it comes to something that is going to just be difficult. When something is going to take a lot of work, I'll just get on it, and I'm really pretty good about getting myself a structure to say I should be here by this time, and I'm good about that kind of stuff. What I'm awful at is anytime something gives me anxiety for any reason, and money things can give me anxiety. Any sort of appointment is probably going to give me anxiety. Honestly, I am going to a concert this Saturday for my favorite band named Thursday, and they have not toured since 2011, and I have anxiety about it. I'm nervous to go see my favorite band that I haven't seen in 6 years. So something like this, where it's just make an appointment to get new glasses, gave me a ton of anxiety for a long time. And I've known since I got these glasses in 2012 that I no longer liked my old doctor, because my old eye doctor really resisted giving me my prescription so that I could buy glasses from somewhere other than their store. So I didn't want to go back, and now I live far away, and so I'm not gonna go back. But I have just procrastinated for a long time, despite the fact that I knew I had insurance, just because I was nervous about setting up a new appointment somewhere else. I spent all of last year, when I lived in Olympia, I went to the dentist in Kent because that's where I already had my dentist, and I had anxiety about telling them that I wasn't ever going to come back, but also about finding a new dentist. And I'm a little bit happy, to be honest, that I don't currently have dental insurance. So I canceled with my old dentist, but I haven't had to find a new one yet. And I know that when I have dental insurance again, it's gonna be scary for me to try and find a new one. I need to find a regular doctor. I don't have one. I have had insurance continuously, but have not gotten a doctor, despite the fact that I know it would be free or at least cheap to go and see a doctor just for a regular appointment. I need to do that, and I haven't. So yeah, no glasses. I have a new computer. I'm very, very happy with it. I'm proud that I was able to save up that money, and you know what? I've mentioned this before, but I am proud of how much I saved last year, and because that gave me the safety net that I absolutely needed at the beginning of this year. I could have been in a lot more trouble than I was in. I was able to be stressed out, but not ever thinking, how am I going to pay rent? How am I going to whatever? The stress was, oh my God, my safety net is disappearing, not, oh my God, I can't pay my bills. That's a much better stress to have to feel. So I honestly think that if I had stayed at Yelm, if they had kept me on, I would have met my savings goal. But they didn't. So I didn't. I have built up my savings very slowly, but definitely not to that place. And so now I need to talk about that. I am still pretty nervous about putting that video out there. I record these videos ahead of time at this point, so I still have a few days before I have to publish that video. But that was the first video that I recorded once, recorded again, and then watched back the next day and realized I still wasn't happy with it. I'm still not happy with it, but I knew that that was going to have to be the first video that I was going to have to edit together, to take the things from one video and the other video and mush them together. It wasn't the first video I edited, that was a later one, I just kind of put it off. I don't know what's appropriate to say and what's not appropriate to say. It's frustrating to be told you're not good enough. That's basically the point of that video. And, you know, I still feel that. Now, there's no really long-term hard feelings. I have applied for a job that opened up as a language arts teacher at Yelm Middle School. So I'd like to go back. I'd like to, you know, have a second chance at that school. But I've also kind of come to terms with it. And I'm definitely not letting it drag me down. I don't think that I'm a bad teacher, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm not letting this drag me down. I didn't even ask a future me question in the video about not getting brought back. I did ask a future me question about money. I don't think I want to repeat that question. What I'd like to know instead is, what are you saving up for right now? What are the long-term savings goals, like have enough to buy a car, that you are saving up for just in terms of, I want to have this much stowed away? And then what's something that you're saving up for just in terms of, hey, once I have this, I get to spend it? What's something you'd like to get to upgrade your life right now?